All right, hey everybody, it is Intersection Online. This is week number 2, and I'm here with my co-host this week. This is Ashlyn.
Hey guys.
And she is filling in for Heather, who is our tech team this week.
Hi! And there's these guys.
Hudson and Clara as our studio audience. Heather, of course, is filling in for interns who would be helping me, except with all the quarantine, we can't do that right now. So we got a few people who are going to say hi this week as we start Intersection Online. And so first up, we've got Henry, Helen, Keith, Caroline, and Chad, and then
We got Camden, Daniel, Brady, and Chandler.
And just so you know, we are all now homeschoolers, and so Helen has a special message to all of you homeschoolers out there just because you're homeschooled.
Hey y'all, it's Henry, favorite ninth grader. I'm outside in my driveway because I wanted to get outside the house for a few minutes, if you know what I mean. And hope you're staying safe, hope you're doing good, and hope to see you guys soon. See ya.
Hey homeschool people! I was just gonna ask how homeschooling is going. Happy Sunday, praying for all of you in this new journey. Let me know if you have any problems or questions or whatever. I know this is affecting all of you in a whole different way than it's affecting me because I'm a little bit more used to this, but I'm just praying for all of you as you enjoy this season a little bit more with your family and at home, and yeah, it's fun.
Hey guys, just wanted to check in and say hi. Been missing you all these past few weeks. Hope you're all doing well, staying home, staying safe. Glad to see you guys here tonight. Hope you can get a lot out of tonight and have a good rest of the day, and wish you good luck and praying for you guys this week. Alright, see y'all soon.
Hey guys, it's Caroline. I hope y'all's quarantine is going great, and I miss y'all a lot. I miss being able to see people, so stay busy, and yeah.
Everyone, just want to say hi. I was on my way to school. Who am I kidding? It is right over there if y'all can see it. But yeah, just want to say hi. Enjoying the nice weather out here. Hope y'all are having fun in the quarantine or whatever the word is. But yeah, just want to say hi. And yeah.
Hey youth group, hope you're all staying safe at home, entertaining yourselves. Miss you guys. Bye.
Hey everyone, hope everybody's doing well through this crazy time of quarantine, and I hope to see everyone really soon.
Hey everyone, we're glad you're with us with the Intersection tonight. Hope things are going well. I'm out here checking in on a garden that me and my mom planted this week because we have nothing better to do. Hope things are going well. Bye.
Hey church family, it's Brady here in Brenham. I hope that y'all are doing alright and staying safe through these crazy times. Through this, don't forget to stay strong and strengthen your faith, and to remember that no matter what happens, God still has a plan. I hope to see y'all very soon at church, and stay safe.
Hey guys, I just wanted to stop in and say hi and tell you all that I miss you very much. I've been spending a lot of time outside. I'm here in the Woodlands. I've been hanging out on that chair, reading a lot. So hopefully y'all are finding some stuff to fill all of your time, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes on Zoom.
Okay, thanks guys for saying hi. It was really cool that y'all are in quarantine, but we can still say hi to each other.
Yep, thank goodness for videos and being able to do that. So I don't know what you've been doing during all this time of sheltering in place and quarantining, but we had a really cool thing that happened today, so tell them about that, Ashlyn.
Basically, there was a birthday for this little girl named Hudson. A girl Hudson, not a guy. And she had a birthday, and since we're on quarantine, we can't really have a big birthday party with everyone, so she invited, or their parents invited, a bunch of people to make a parade for her. So earlier we were down the street making a parade, and there's cars and lots of people, and they were saying hi, and they had balloons, and there's music. It was really cool to see that.
It was neat, and she was 4 years old and couldn't do a party, so they just kind of had the party to her house. So we got down the street and like just long row of cars, and so the video you just saw was a few of those cars. That was the second time around for the parade. A lot of people went by the first time and then went on, but some people turned back around and came back the second time. So that was the video that you just saw. Also, just know that life kind of goes on. There's birthday parties, but there's also sad things that happen. And so about 2 weeks ago, my grandma passed away. So Ashlyn's great grandma. And so we made a trip to Paris, Texas, where my grandma had lived all of her life, really close to that area, and celebrated that or not celebrated, but I guess mourned her loss with the family, but celebrated her life and got to share that time together. And so as this quarantine keeps going, and it seems like it just kind of keeps getting longer and longer, right? It doesn't seem to get shorter. Lots of things happen. And so I thought it'd be fun to share with you a few things about people that realized some things in quarantine that didn't go so well. So this first one is a lady who dropped all of her makeup brushes in the cat litter box. And so the picture is that, and what do you do with that if you want to deal with those or not? The second one is a bathroom that was under construction when the coronavirus quarantine hit, and now it can't be finished, and so that person's in bad shape because of that reason. This is a snake in the attic, and they had gone upstairs to deal with something and found a snake skin in the attic, and that means the snake is somewhere, which is not very fun at all. This is a picture of a phone that got sawed in two, and so this lady, or man, I guess, had their phone, and that's a bad time to lose your phone and not get that. And this last thing is someone ordered some toilet paper, but it wasn't toilet paper, it was receipt paper instead that came in to them. So anyway, so that's that. Okay, every week when we start Intersection, we always start with the bucket, and so Ashley's going to tell us the two people that have the bucket this week, and it is...
Yep, today we have Catherine and Sean doing the bucket today.
Hey, I'm Catherine and I'm doing the bucket this week. My first item is this book full of prompts of things to draw. Next is my diary that I've had since I was 9, and I don't use it that often, so there's still a lot of empty pages. This is a book by one of my favorite authors, David Arnold, and he just writes a lot of coming-of-age stories. This is my calculator. I'm in Algebra 2 and Chemistry, so I need this a lot. This is my camera I got 2 years ago, and I just like to document what's going on right now. These are my Converse. I wear them almost every day. This is one of my all-time favorite albums. It's Harry Styles' Self-Titled. And then this is my other favorite album. It's Melodrama by Lorde. This is my baby blanket. It's a pink elephant, and I've had it for 15 years. And then my last item is my jar of savings that I've had since I was 12, and I still use it.
Alright, so Monty texted me on Friday, and he asked me to do the bucket. And so, yeah, here we go. This is my wrestling stuff. Got my shoes and my singlet and my headgear that I wasn't going to wear for summer season, but I kind of got canceled. This is my 4 favorite games, which is Zombicide, Funkoverse, Dice Throne, and Star Realms. Me and my dad play these to pass the time since we have no shortage of it. And games with other people are just kind of fun to play. We've got my boredom passing item, which is Call of Duty and a Rock Band controller, as well as Netflix and my phone, which is currently in my hand. I've got this one for my dad. It's got a bunch of little comics in it, a bunch of Marvel and DC stuff, and then he went out to some big event and he got me that. I've also got some of his music in here, and I've got this. It's called a Dice Tower, and me and my dad use it when we're playing games. Alright, my next thing is this. It is my little music item. So I've got my earbuds, got a bunch of discs, and I've got some records that I got recently, so I had another platform to play music on. And then, of course, I've got my phone to play music. So, I got this one for my mom. There's not as much with my mom as with my dad, because a lot of what me and my mom do is like late night movies and sharing music interests, which is why I have this album and these 2 movies. But my mom also really likes playing card games, so I've got these in here for her too. Another thing that I have is my band instrument. My band instrument isn't much by itself, but a lot of the people in band, as well as the memories and experiences that you make, those are really important to me. So this is to represent that. This is all of my youth group stuff, as well as my Bible. I've got all of the pictures of us that, not that we've had, but the ones that I've collected. And then I've also got a couple of pictures in here of me from when I've got this. This is a bunch of the things that Moni has sent out, along with a couple of bulletins that I've picked up. And then I've got this from, I think, Uplift last year. I'm not entirely sure. It might have also been Cornerstone. And I've got my Bible.
Hey, thanks to Catherine and Deshaun for those My Story times together. And we got 4 people sharing Bible verses this week. So how about this? I'll show the guys, you show the girls.
We have Katie Jo.
And we have Calvin.
And then Whitney.
And then James doing Bible verses this week. So please watch these.
Hey guys, so my verse is Philippians 1:27. And it says, "Let your manner of life be worthy of the gospel of Christ, so that whether I come and see you or am absent, I may hear that you are standing firm in one spirit and in one mind, striving side by side for the faith of the gospel." I really like this verse because it's showing that your actions truly do need to be speaking louder than your words. And I need to be reminded of that, especially in this time, because I feel like there's not a lot of opportunities to show God's grace, but just because we're stuck in the house and stuff like that. But this shows that we need to find it in every single second of the day to find ways to show God's grace to everybody, even in your house. So yeah.
Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reading my favorite verse. It's technically 2, but they're both pretty short. They're from the Sermon on the Mount. It's a section of the sermon that is pretty overlooked. People don't really care about it that much, but to me it's pretty important, and I think it has a lot of really cool different lessons you can learn from it. It's called The Narrow and Wide Gates. It's Matthew 7:13 and 14. And it says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." So what I think is really, really cool about this verse is because it manifests itself in a lot of different ways in popular culture. I mean, if any of you guys have ever been through like a poetry unit in English, you probably have read the poem like Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. And it's pretty much saying the exact same thing, just in like poetry talk. It's way more complicated and more bogged down, but it's a really, really good poem. And it talks about how Robert has taken the road less traveled, and it has been the best decision he's ever made. And it's interesting how people don't really usually make that connection to this small section that is overlooked a lot. And another I guess sort of piece of media that I think has been inspired by this was a quote by Bruce Lee that he says, "Do not pray for an easy life, pray for a hard life, but the strength to endure it." It's a little more of a stretch, but I think it sort of relates back to this, where you have 2 ways to go, and one's a lot more difficult, one's easier, but you shouldn't take the easy path. And I mean, Christianity is not the easy path. You sort of have to ignore a lot of things, and it's it is much more difficult. You can get ridiculed because many things that are perceived as normal, just things everybody does, are things you should not be doing, whether that's partying or drinking or smoking. It's I guess the America today would say those things are fine, like everyone does them. Why aren't you doing them? But you shouldn't be doing them, and it can suck a lot that, you know, it feels like you're missing out, but in reality, everyone else is missing out on the fulfillment and the awesomeness of being a Christian. It's great. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this verse. I love it. It's my personal favorite. Hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you guys around.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, coming at you live from Fort Worth, Texas. I have a guest speaker today.
What's up? I'm Andrew.
So I'm just gonna share a little thought. I guess not even a thought. I'm just gonna share a verse. And I'm not even gonna read it because it's really long. But I want to encourage you to read Psalm 27. It's one of my favorite Psalms, and it's long, so I don't want to sit here and read it, but I want you to read it. And I prefer to listen to my Psalms, if they exist, in song form, so I think you should listen to Psalm 27 by Shane and Shane. It's really good and encouraging.
Shameless plug.
And that's really all I have. Miss you guys. Can't wait to see you again. And I hope you're finding happy vibes, even in these times.
And peace.
Happy vibes and peace. From us to you.
Hey church, Monty asked me to do a video for Intersection tonight talking about my favorite verse, which after thinking a while I thought that it was Isaiah 40:31, and that reads, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Now, basically what that is talking about is how if you are trusting in the Lord, if you wait for, like it says, for him to come back to save us all, and if you just believe that he is there, then he's going to help you no matter what you're doing. He will always love you. He is never going to back out on you. You're just going to be okay with him. And there's nothing that can stop you except for, obviously, if you don't want to be there with him. But that also made me think of another verse that I like, which is Philippians 4:13. Now that one is, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." And if you think about it, it's just talking about the exact same kind of thing with the Isaiah 40:31, that you will mount up on wings like eagles, you'll run and not grow weary. And with this one, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me," which is the same thing. So basically, they're just saying, trust in God. He's going to do everything that he can for you. He's going to help you. And especially in these kinds of times, you need to trust in him and that you will be okay.
So the Bible verses, that was really cool. Okay, now we have up next my story, which we have Grayson and Tamara.
And both these videos they sent in, Tamara's video got clipped a little bit at the end, and so it's just the end, so we don't have the very last part, but when you'll know when the video stops. That'll be it. And then Ashlyn and I will be back to wrap this all up and send this on to Zoom times.
Hey guys, I don't know if this is awkward for you, but it is for me because I'm not used to talking into a phone. But Monty texted me the other day to do my story, and I was thinking, before all of this, I had a busy life. I did extracurriculars and school, because most of y'all know I do sports, like I did football, soccer, track, I even do choir, and I was also in the musical this year, so my calendar was packed. And so with all this virus stuff going around, I didn't really have anything to do. I realized I have no life. And so, with all this, I thought, even though I might not be the most athletic, or a great thrower or great catcher or anything like that, I still did all the sports just because they keep me in shape and they also keep me focused on God. Even though some of y'all are just like, how? I don't know. But literally before a track meet, I hate track meets. They scare me. I get crazy nervous, and especially before an event. And so I'm always like praying before it, and then when I'm getting down on the the blocks, which if y'all don't know, it's the thing we stand on before we take off. I'm always praying because I hate starting. It gets so scary. Anyway, not all that's about track. I'm always praying for for safety, for us to do good, and after whether I do good or great, I'm always, while I'm walking away, I'm praying, saying thank you for letting me get through this. And with all that gone, soccer being done, track being canceled, and all that, I realized how much I don't have God in my life, except for sports. And so, because whenever I get done with practice or choir or school, I come home and I immediately go straight to my bed. And I sleep for like 2 hours, maybe even longer, depends on the practice. And I just did not have that strong of a relationship with God. And so, with all this break, I've realized that I've gotten a stronger relationship because I can see the beauty and what God does, and even seeing what God has done through this whole year. And so I have a verse from Romans 12:2 that says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." Now, I take that as you can be crazy busy and think that your life is overwhelming you or anything, but God will be able to take some of that away and help you through it, which He has mostly because with family and Corona and sports, I've started to see the things He has done for me. And even though we turn away from Him when we need Him most, and that might not totally make sense, but He helps us when we don't need Him, or want Him, at least. We need Him, but we don't want Him, but He's still there. And so, when you're busy and have lots of homework or not even thinking about God, He's there for you, and He's just helping all of us.
Okay, guys, don't mind me because I look kind of rough. Been watching Netflix and stuff all day. Okay, but anyways, Monty wanted me to share my story. So, basically, this coronavirus stuff has gotten really serious and really real. It's crazy how it just popped up out the blue and everything. But this really has helped me to get closer to my relationship with God. I really haven't been reading my Bible like I'm supposed to, but I've been like taking the time to like, watch this videos and stuff on Wednesdays and Sundays, and listening to music, like starting my mornings off by listening to music and ending it with music, or, getting in the shower, listening to music and everything. But I'm also trying to be a light to other people and try to go on my way. And I don't really associate with a lot of people from school, but I've been going on my way lately and been trying to talk to other people and to see if they're doing okay, if they ever need anything, that they could like text me or let me know, because I mean, I'm the type of person, I don't mind helping. But what I've been thinking that God has been trying to show me is that a blessing is coming my way. And the reason why I say this is because I've been having weird dreams lately, like we lead to a certain like conclusion, like a point. So I mean, every time I have a weird dream, I go on Google and I see what the dream means and everything. So like I said, I had a weird dream, and I looked up on Google, and it was saying something about how God is saying that it's going to be an end to something, like it's going to be an end to a certain thing. Like you're going to be, something's coming to an end. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, something coming to an end. I'm like, oh, I had this dream or whatever, you know, let me go on about it. And then the next day, one of my campers from camp, she has sent me this verse, or she's like a big paragraph thing that's like, oh, you know, send this to 14 more people, blah, 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 don't ignore it, whatever. And it was saying about how God has seen me suffering, and he's seen me going through a lot of things, and the blessing is coming my way. God says that it's over. And I'm like, light bulb, like, this is crazy and everything. But basically God is showing me that he is here, and that there's a blessing coming my way. It might be big, it might be small, but it's a blessing coming my way. So I've been taking the time to actually pray about it at night and everything, and ask God, what is it that he's trying to show me? Like, what are ways that you could show me these dreams and everything? Like, what's the reason? Like, what's the sign and everything? So yeah, that's what it is. But I have a verse to share with y'all, and I put it right under here. And this is a verse, it was a lady that was in A&M Church of Christ. Her name is Corey Holt, and I'm pretty sure y'all know the intern. Most of y'all my age know her sister was Taylor. I think it was Taylor. She was an intern. But this verse has popped up. It says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. And it's John 16:33. I first heard about this verse whenever I went to Camp of the Hills. I don't know how long ago that was, but when I read this verse, it just shows me that in God we will always have peace, but in this world, no matter what happens, there will always be trouble. There will always be something going on, no matter what. You could constantly pray about it and everything, but there will always be trouble in the world, and that's just life. But at the end of the day, God is the one in charge, and God is the one that has overcome the world. And I think Avery has shared this verse and everything, in which this verse really has been on my mind. And when she shared it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But yeah, I was gonna say something else, but
Hey, so thanks to everybody who helped this week with Intersection Online, and for being a part of this and for sending in videos. I really appreciate that. We're going to keep needing that in future weeks. So please be willing to either say hi or share a verse or share on my story or something like that. Okay, let me tell you a few things, just a way of announcements. In just a moment, you're going to get a link to a Zoom meeting, and so invite everyone to join us there, all middle school, all high school together. We'll spend about 15 minutes, maybe 20 there, or as long as you want to, and we'll be talking and chatting, sharing a few things. Interns, if they can, they'll join us as well, and so we're excited about that. And there's some more stuff coming out this week that we'll send out through the group me's or just simply through text message we want you to know about and want you to be a part of. So some devos, some other things as well that I think you'll like. I think they'll be good. So I want to thank my beautiful co-host Ashlyn for being here filling in this week. And if you'll excuse us, we got some jumping to do. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye, everybody.